Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of the F Y'all Podcast. I am your co-host, Michael Wright, and of course, sitting next to me as always is the host that you all came to see, the one and only legendary Mr. C.T. Fletcher. And today we had to have Mr. Monson back. You guys asked for it. And let me say this. That episode from last week is our highest rated episode since we started doing this show. The comments, the views, the shares. Thank you guys so much for that.
As it should be.
As it should be. CT told me one of his goals now is to get Mr. Monson in front of as many people as he can. And last week, that episode he kind of put you in front of a lot of people there, Mr. Monson. So the people wanted a part two, and we are a show of the people, so we're going to give them a part two. Now, I got a bunch of other stuff that we didn't get into, but I did want to take a few questions from the comments section on YouTube, which a lot of people had a lot of questions, so we want to get to some of that stuff. CT's got some stuff he wants to get into. But first, before we do any of that, let me say thank you again for coming back for part two. We appreciate it. You are making quite the impression on a lot of people, and they love hearing your stories. They love what you do, what you stand for, and all of that stuff. So we want to do our job here at the F Y'all Podcast and put you back in front of the people. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the F Y'all Podcast, the one and only Mr. Craig Big Hands Monson. How you doing today, Mr. Monson?
I'm very good, very good.
Yes, sir.
Very happy to be back.
And we are happy to have you back. So we touched on a lot of stuff last week. So one of the big things that was talked about in the comments section, and some of these questions were for some young gentlemen, some young men who wanted to see if you were comfortable talking about, we touched on it a little bit, your time in San Quentin, and they thought that was an important part of your life to tell, to hopefully maybe detour some young people from going down the same path, or just letting them know that going to prison is not the thing that they want to be doing. So we already talked about what happened and why you ended up there, but if you were okay with it, let's start from day one. The incident happens. I know you started off at Tracy, then got transferred to San Quentin. So let's start there. Let's start your first day in the county, and we'll go from there. So what was that experience like for you as a 20-year-old? You're still a young man, and I'm thinking about this from the perspective of my daughters. I have young daughters, so I got one that's 20, 22. Like, I couldn't imagine them going to prison at that age, let alone any age. But for you, what was that like going into that world at such a young age?
Like you said, into that world.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I want to correct. Last week when I was here.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
I had an old folks moment, and I said bronchitis, but I was talking about the elbow.
Yes.
And I meant bursitis. When I watched the podcast, I said, oh, shucks. Anyhow, jail, incarceration.
Yes, sir.
It ain't no play pretty.
No.
A lot of folks go and they don't make it back.
Yes, sir.
They come back and still don't be back mentally, okay? It's like smoking a bad joint going up and don't come down.
Yeah.
I was a bad boy. I was a tough guy, teenager. I was tough. But my skin was already tough. I had started going in and out of juvenile hall as a young kid. So I was prepared. They prepared me for it.
Cool.
Little did I know, going to the county jail, to Wayside, to Biscaloo Center, 30 days here, 90 days there, they were preparing me for a long stretch. Okay? Not like my homeboy, Donnie Boy. First strike, he was out.
Yeah.
First strike, he went straight to the pen. So, but I was already seasoned. Turned 21 in the county jail. I was already used to being called inmate, or convict, or whatever. And back then, the police were pigs.
Mm.
Okay, we called them pigs. And they really, really, really act the part. Okay? Like I said, jail isn't no pretty. It's a hard, hard thing. Um, Finding something to do to keep your sanity, sticking your nose in a book, in the Bible,
Yeah.
or in your body, okay? Exercising until you don't think about nothing else but exercising. I got 21-inch arms, I'm going to get a 22, 23. My chest is 60, I'm going to get a 68. Staying focused on something,
Yes.
okay? Got my high school diploma in San Quentin. Took different classes in this, that, and the other, self-awareness classes. I had to learn about myself. I had to learn how to be a man, to be me. I was a kid.
Yeah.
When they took me out the streets, I was still a teenager. I was 20 years old, but I had never been out the east side, South Central. Hadn't been nowhere. I had Latino friends. I had no white friends. When I got to jail, damn, it's a lot of white people here. Okay? Um, so I learned how to integrate by being in the penitentiary. San Quentin, they lock up at 3 o'clock. You lock up, your day is over. You could have night classes at school. I took, that's where I got my high school diploma. I took creative dynamics after the diploma. I took group therapy classes and all that kind of stuff. Along with all the stabbings going on and the riots and the just the hoorah of the madness, okay? Because it is a madhouse. It is a madhouse. Tracy, I wasn't in Tracy but 3 months. When I got to Tracy, one of my little Mexican friends was there. And I hadn't seen him since the streets. Still his pigeons. And when I
Wasn't much of a friend then, were you?
but look, he was my friend. His grandmama used to give us tacos and burritos.
And you stole his
And we
pigeon.
stole his pigeons. Look, we were teenagers. We were bad boys. Me, Teddy Bear, and Crispy Critter. We stealing birds,
Crispy Critter.
He had some names for your friends
yeah,
back then.
yes.
Crispy
We
Critter.
cut a hole in the roof and went through the roof. But anyhow, when I got to Tracy, here this kid was. And he was one of the last YAs there. I went into Tracy with a B number. He had a YTS number.
The YA is Youth
He was
Authority.
still a YA, Youth Authority.
Youth Authority.
And one day, 3 guys came to the shower and told me they were going to stick him. They wasn't going to kill him, but they was going to stick him. Anyhow, long story short, I helped my little buddy. That got me a ride to San Quentin. That's why I went to San Quentin, for helping my little Mexican buddy. So when I walk into San Quentin, I had to go to the hole. And the hole, the word had already beat me there that I helped this little dude. So the Mexican people, certain group of people, told me that they would watch my back as long as I was there if I didn't cross the line. So my time in San Quentin was relatively easy, okay? I went in with 21.5-inch arms. I told the board, the first time I went to the board, they said, "Oh, you're a big boy, da-da-da-da-da. What size your arms?" I told them, they said, "Next year, in 2 years, bring us a 22. So I came back in 2 years, and I brought them 22s. But the same people wasn't there, different board. And they said, "Well, you got your high school diploma, you got your creative dynamics, you've been a model citizen, da-da-da, bring us another year." So I go back again in another year. Clean slate, no write-ups, no tickets. So after 4.5, they send me to Jamestown. Say, "We're going to send you to the camp center so you can air out, chill out."
Mm-hmm.
Camp center is Jamestown, where you sleep in dormitories.
Minimum security.
Minimum, yes. The gun tower's in each corner.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get off the bus, we go to the cafeteria, we have lunch. I go make up my bunk. The guys are out on the yard working out. I go down there, and they were bench pressing. And I asked the brothers, I said, can I get in? They said, yeah, big dog, go ahead on. Big man. They weren't calling us dogs back then. And I had my little prison hat on and my jacket buttoned all the way up to the top. And this is in the San Joaquin Valley. It's hot in the mother. And I'm
That's where
sweating
I'm
up under
from.
that jacket, but I didn't want them to see what I looked like up under there. And the guy was bench pressing 5 quarters on each side, pig iron, rusty weights. And I leaned over, I was behind it like I was going to spot, and I tightened up the weights. Clink, 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 clink. And I picked it up and started curling it. Curling, that's 250.
Yep, plus the
I
bar.
started curling it.
250 plus
And the
bar.
police are up on the second tier, the correctional guards. And one of them said, convict, hey, convict. I said, yes, sir. He said, where you live? They're right behind you. J Wing, a bunk, so-and-so, so-and-so. Okay. That night, 3 o'clock in the morning, they came and kicked my bunk. Get up, inmate. What'd I do? Go into the hole. They put me in the hole and sent me back to San Quentin. I had one lunch and one dinner, send me back to Quentin. I had to stay in the hole 7 days, wait for the next bus to come. When I get to San Quentin, you got to go to the hole. I go back to the committee. They say, we just sent you out of here. What you do? I said, I didn't do nothing. They didn't want me there. They said, oh, go back to your same cell, your job. Okay? So the guards, they made a running joke about it. Big Craig is San Quentin grown, too big for Jamestown. He got to stay in Quentin. That's the police saying it. So that went around the prison. And I was coming through the chow hall, and the police told the guy who was, give Monson another dip of food or that.
Yeah.
Don't shake the dip on him. Give him some more food. He's San Quentin grown. So even though they were making fun of it, I got my props from it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? When I left Quentin to go to Jamestown, they had to put the leg irons on me, not regular handcuffs. They wouldn't fit. I was on swole. I was big, and there was no steroids. And no steroids in San Quentin.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just a big old boy. Now, I'm going to jump a little ahead.
Okay.
A lot of people know of Tookie Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Tookie Williams is the one they executed years ago.
Yep.
The state executed him. Well, Tookie always wanted to be big like Craig Monson. Tookie, I knew he was always chasing my,
Yeah.
Tookie came to the gym once. I got a fond memory of it. And Cutes was there. Cutes is Lonnie Bell. Lonnie Bell was there. And Lonnie Bell was going to be the judge. Tookie said, Big Craig, I want to train with you. Well, I was killing him on the bench. We were doing 5, and I'm playing with 5, and I'm making him mad. He go out to the parking lot, smoke a wet daddy. That's a Sherman and stuff.
Sherm stick.
Yeah, he come back in there all glassy-eyed, and he ready for me now. And I put him down some more. And then we do some rock steady curls, and I'm rocking him, and I'm talking to him. I'm irritating him, making him mad. And I'm clowning with him, but he's my buddy. And so afterwards, he want to have a pose down. We go in the back room. The back room got mirrors all the way around. And so we break out, and we start posing. And Cute is saying, oh, cuz, he got you, cuz. He said, cuz, he got you. Oh, Tookie gets so mad. I say, man, let's go get some soda. Let's go get some tacos, hamburgers, right at the end of the corner. We on St. Andrew and Manchester. You folks know, if you're from L.A., you know where I'm at, right across the street from that park, Arlington Park, Bill Pearl's gym.
Mm.
We go right to the corner where that car wash is, that little taco stand on the corner. Tookie Williams, myself, and he had an entourage, somebody who drove his car.
Yeah.
We sat there and ate tacos, hamburgers, and drunk. I had an orange crush, and he had a strawberry. And I told Tookie that day, you don't want to go where I've been. You got to straighten up, Took. Okay, this is in the 70s. Took, you got to straighten your roll. You don't want to go where I've been. San Quentin wasn't no easy task. And Tookie spoke very high tone. Oh, cuz. quit cussing me. I used to tell him all the time, don't cuss me. You don't want to go. I know, big homie. I know, Big Craig. I know. He was like that. We were gentle giants to each other. We were gentle giants. And mutual respect. Okay? Well, a little while later, he did what they say he did.
Okay. Tookie was in between me and you in
Yeah,
age.
yeah. If Tookie was alive right now, he would be maybe 66, 67.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was only a couple of years old.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
Because Took grew up closer to mine.
Yes.
He was like a Compton legend. And we were training at a youth center at the Claude McDonald Youth Center in Compton. That was my first time outside my backyard. That was the first place I trained at. And we go over there to the youth center and train. Me and Big Jim and my brother Walt was living there. We go over there and train. And Tookie, they would say, hey, we got to shut the youth center down because Tookie and his boys
are coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Tookie and his boys is coming over here. And we had to pack up, finish doing our little curls and shit, and let the Crips come in there and take over the Claude McDonald Youth Center. And so that was my heroes growing up was gangsters.
Of course.
My cousin Junior was the first gangster that I met. That
Miles.
Yeah, Junior Miles. Junior Miles come by. He would come by. Now he was a career criminal. He would come by whenever he get a little time out, which wasn't very often. He come by
back at revolving door.
Yeah. Come and see my mom. I went to Tracy. Me and my mom go to Tracy and see him.
You go, yes.
Mm-hmm. And he was my hero. He would come out of there
on swole,
back arms and shit hanging all off. And he'd come by and I want to be like Junior Miles. I want to be big like I just want to be big because he got all this respect, from and they would tell stories about him and me being a little kid. I was like, damn, I want to be. They say Junior's girlfriend, they call him Junior. Junior's girlfriend shot him in the chest point blank with a double barrel shotgun.
Damn.
That's what I said. Damn. Well, she had good reason because Junior had just finished whooping her ass. So she shot him in the chest point blank, and he ran for a mile to his mama's house before he passed out. And the doctor said the only thing that saved Junior Miles was that nest.
Yeah, that chest.
That nest was so goddamn big.
Yes,
That's the only thing that kept me. And he lived through that. And when instead of me going, damn, that's why I don't never want to be like, I was like, damn, I want to be just like that. I want to have a nest so goddamn big I can stop slugs too. I want to be, instead of getting a message of not wanting to be like that, I want to be just like, I want to be, and when I wouldn't hardly see my cousin, but they would tell stories about him. But when I seen Craig Monson on Venice Beach, first it was Junior Miles. Then when I seen the Craig Monson on Venice Beach that summer day, it was Craig Monson from then on. I said, God.
Speaking of that, Solomon, if you could roll that clip. So it was a few of you in the comment section of the first video with Mr. Monson and didn't believe certain feats of strength.
Huh.
There is video of this. Here it is.
For you ignorant motherfuckers to say
tell them, Pop.
Skull crusher. Look, where's that bar going? Right to his fucking forehead. That is a skull crusher for you idiots who say that.
And
not only that,
315 off the floor.
Off the floor.
Nobody handed it to him.
Up and handed it to him. He did it by his goddamn.
Let me tell you that day, that situation. Okay, that was Channel 7, Ted Dawson Sports, who did that interview, that taping. And I worked on Hollywood Boulevard in Normandy. And I had to drive from Hollywood and Normandy to where the Staples Center is right now. Mm-hmm. That's where my gym was. They tore all of that down to put the Staples Center there. I drove all of it and didn't know that I was going to be filmed. So I went in flat. This was a Monday. I had trained at Venice the day before.
Now here you are, what, 280?
I was about 280, yes.
6'2", 280.
And flat. I was flat. I wasn't veining. I wasn't in top shape. I was just going to work out in the gym.
That ain't top shape.
And no, I wasn't in top shape. And I was like, oh shit, who's gonna spot me? My workout team ain't there. And who is all these people? They said they waiting on you, Craig. Who were they waiting on me for?
Off
They
the
want
floor. Like
and
I just
so-
cannot get off.
And
off
so
the
I'm
floor.
thinking, what do I do for them? Okay, what do I do? I said, well, I got a back arm. Do I bench press? I got to do, I'm thinking I got to show something, do something. That you see, I didn't do it, but one time when I pulled that sucker over, I said, "Oh no, not today." That sucker was heavy. I wasn't because I had just did it Sunday
Right.
at the beach.
Yeah.
So I'm coming back touching them again. Oh no! Thank God I never said, like I said earlier, I never got bursitis in my elbows because heavy back arms.
Yep. Usually is
You
what
will
do
get
it.
that tennis ball back
Mhm,
there,
mhm.
okay? And they will hurt like hell.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of guys over the years. Never got that. And like I said in the last segment, I snuck up on that, okay? That's a pullover. I was doing pullovers for the rib cage,
Mhm.
and I was doing it with the 5 plates, 4 plates on each side for a while. Then I'd go up, and I said, damn, I think I could back arm this.
Yep.
So I started back arming the
arm.
5 plates, and I said, well, let me go up to 3. And so I went on up, and I said, back then, I said, I never seen nobody do this. I wonder how long would it take before I really see somebody doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be 74 my birthday.
You still
and I
waiting.
still ain't seen nobody do
Still
it.
waiting.
Okay, I'm still waiting to see somebody
and
pick it up from the floor, bring it up to their forehead, and skull crush
and
it.
skull
Do it
crush.
at least
So-
10, 12 times. I just did it one time here, but that was enough for the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yes, it was enough for them. And then I had the guy spot me when I went to the incline. And I was a teenager. He had on the red pants.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, hey, man, come spot me. Okay? He was just in the gym. And I said, when you leave here, you run home and tell your mama this is going to be on TV tonight. I said, you go home and tell this is going to be Channel 7 tonight. Okay, that was Ted Dawson Sports. Okay? And he was giving me a good plug. He said, this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
you could go and see the biggest man
Yep.
in the world
Absolutely.
at the Mr. LA something.
Mm-hmm.
contest.
Mr. LA contest. Yeah.
That was the year that I met Roy Liedermeyer.
Mm-hmm.
Liedermeyer kicked my ass. Liedermeyer came in ripped up. I had never seen nobody ripped like that.
Yeah.
Liedermeyer came in big. He might have been 215, 200,
Mm-hmm.
but he was shredded.
Yep. The uncrowned Mr. Olympia.
And,
was used
and
to
I
call.
asked him, I said, we were backstage pumping up. Liedermeyer, myself, and Big Aaron. Big Aaron stood 6'4", big old boy. He did some time too. He worked at Hollywood Racetrack. After that show, after prejudging, he didn't even come back because that boy was so cut up.
Uh-huh.
Liedermeyer was so cut up. And Big Aaron worked out in California gym with me,
Okay.
at Zach's gym. Anyhow, Liedermeyer asked me, what drugs did you use? Did you change your drugs for the contest? I said, I ain't on no drugs. You that big without no drugs? I said, yeah. Bullshit. I said, no, I ain't never seen no drugs.
Yeah.
Okay? He said, no, man, you got to use some Deca. You got to do this. You have to use contest drugs. And he says, get your underground pamphlet. Okay? They'll tell you what to do. They had pamphlets back then, little white books, all this black writing on how to take steroids. Okay? An underground pamphlet, they called it.
Yeah.
I said, well, I don't have it. Where do I get it? He says, he told me some way, I forget. But I did get me one. I got me a pamphlet. But I never got steroids. I never went and paid for a steroid up until this, never paid for none. When I met that Paco Arce, that's the man with the little red Speedos on, I'm out at Venice posing. He walked up to me and wanted to take pictures when I was in the pit. And he said, do you compete? I hadn't competed in 2 or 3 years or what? He said, oh, no, the world have to see you. I'm like, I'm out here at Venice, the world seeing me. He
Come
said,
on out
"No,
here.
on stage." I'm like, really? He says, I'm a vice president of Waba Naba. Okay, Waba Naba was a committee just like the AAU here, but that was in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I could put you in the contest in 90 days. It's 3 months away. And I could get you ready. I'm like, really? He says, yes. So we exchanged information. Man, in a week, I got opened my mailbox and I had a yellow envelope with all kind of stuff in it, steroids,
Yeah.
and an itinerary on how to take it. And another itinerary on the flight plan. I would go to Madrid, Spain to stay for 3 days to let my body adjust to the altitude before I went to Geneva, Switzerland for the contest. Because if you go straight, after getting off that pressure cooker, the airplane's a pressure cooker, you'll be flat, okay? So I agreed to it.
Now, when you say flat, just so people who may not know what you're talking about, you're just not pumped up and you're not.
Your body will not respond.
Okay.
Flat. Like you just woke up out the bed, got up out the bed, and you're going to walk on, get on the stage, okay? Won't nothing happen.
Gotcha. No definition, no veins.
No nothing, no veins, no nothing, okay? Like you had a hard night partying, something. Yes. But that man sent me so much stuff, and he was also the vice president of Elizabeth Arden Cosmetics. So he sent me a lot of cosmetics to get my skin, not only would my body be in shape, inside physically and all that, my skin looked like bronze. It turned bronzy. From bubble bath to lotions to stuff to scrub your feet. Man, he got me ready. So when I stepped on that stage in Geneva, Switzerland, they rushed the stage.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. Yes, if you get information, when the judges gave me 50,
Yeah.
the audience said, no way. 2,700 people or more. They rushed the stage. Monson. They made them give me first place, people's choice, fifth place, judge's choice, and a box of candy. Because it's in Switzerland, right?
Now, this is the one you were telling me about where there's no video of it, though, right?
Can't find it.
Yeah. No.
I heard the story before.
I can't find it.
But it was recorded. It just ain't no
Yeah,
video.
they recorded it. Yes,
There's no video of it. I wonder why there's no video of it.
I heard
And
the story from other people.
The DJ who DJ'd the music and all, he had a gym called Jim's Gym in London. He says, Big Craig, after the show, he says, he come backstage to give me his card. I want to get in contact with you. I'm speaking funny because he's from London, a Brit. He says, I want you to come do a show. You're going to do a show for me, and I'll pay for everything. I'm like, okay, he'll change numbers or what. And he sent for me the next year for Night of the Crystal, okay? They gave out lead crystal vases. I have one sitting on my table now, first place trophy. I didn't win first place. They gave me the first place trophy backstage.
Man.
Wow.
They helped. I was there. When I got off the airplane, there was a poster from the ceiling to the floor of Big Craig Monson, first time in England.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, look at that. Look at that. You know,
Made you feel
that's
good.
me. You know, yes.
So can I ask you a question? From a young guy coming from South Central LA to going all across the pond, as they call it, over to London, England, and you see this floor to the ceiling picture of you. What's going through your mind at the time when you get off the plane and you see that?
And after flying, was it 12 hours? I think 12 hours. And I got to go to prejudging.
Oh, man.
I got to get off the plane, go straight to the prejudging. Remember I told you flat?
Yeah.
So I go to the prejudging, and I got to ride a train for 3 hours.
Oh, man.
It's in the Midlands. The Midlands. You don't even know what the fucking the Midlands. I get on the train and got to go across England and see all this pretty grass. I see the lambs in the field, all these little brick houses in the distance. I had a tour of the green hillsides of England for 3 hours.
Man.
It was absolutely amazing, beautiful.
Yeah.
But I had to go to a contest.
Yeah.
I'm eating tuna out the can that I had in my bag. When I get to the contest, the prejudge. John Brown was there, my buddy. And John was glad to see me. And I'm flat. I said, John, I'm dead tired. I just got off the plane and then a 3-hour drive, a train ride here. He says, well, do your best you can. I was flat. I'm tired, back to the pumping. Paco, my promoter standing, what's wrong with you? I said, I just got off the fucking plane. Shit. John Brown says, "Dick Craig, let's go eat after the prejudge. Let's go eat." He said, "You're going to kill him tonight. Let's go eat." So he took me and we found a burrito joint. This is England. They got corned beef and cabbage. Okay? They ain't got no steaks. Okay? Ain't no steaks. I'm like, a burrito, John? He said, this is the best we going to find over here. So don't put no salt on it. Gave me a burrito and a little wine. Okay, for them blood vessels. And then we go back to the show. The show's now. I ain't had time to rest or nothing.
Man.
I go back to the show, and I done ate my 3 burritos. My belly's sitting out like this. I'm like, oh, okay, but I didn't drink nothing but a little wine and water. So, but I'm pumping up. I see my brain start coming to life. I see it. I say, oh, yeah, that shit starting. Okay? So, pumping up. I say, yeah, I can pump up. My body's coming to life. Paco's in the first row, my promoter. He's right there. And when they call me out and I start, and his feet was off the floor.
We know what you mean.
And he was clapping. He was clapping because I was coming to life.
Yeah.
And I saw him. I was reading him, okay? I was reading him, and it made me work and do my thing till I brought the crowd to their feet. I was the crowd pleaser. I brought them to their feet. And now look, I'm in London. And the movie, The 10 Commandments, with Charleston Heston.
Yeah.
Okay? He was Moses.
Yep.
And when he stood up on the rock and he said, "Let my people go," okay, and when he parted the water, he parted the water, right? And the horn said, "Do do 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 do." Wah, 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 wah. That's when I opened up. I pulled on him. Because the horns is because it's England. And they have the dog hunt. So I spliced that in my soundtrack.
Go ahead.
So I gave them a show, and they brought them to their feet. Wah, 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 and the tune. Look, that was 1983, 84, and it's still in my head. You see that tune?
Yeah.
And I posed to him. And I'm up on the podium like this. Okay, it's high on the stage. I stepped off the podium, and I walked to the edge, and I growled at them. They went nuts.
Hey.
I was called the crowd pleaser.
Oh, yeah.
They rushed the stage.
Because that
came right there to the bottom of the stage.
That was a monster coming at them. They knew that was a monster. That was
standing room only, peeking in the windows. We're in the Midlands. It's in a little small auditorium.
Yeah.
I sold tickets. They sold out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
they had never seen that.
So
like
Jim, they gave me a voucher on stage, a voucher, and they gave me third place, a voucher. The guy who beat, he was a London boy.
Yeah.
Okay. They was promoting it in their country. I got it. When I got backstage and I opened the voucher, the envelope up, and it's a blank voucher, and I came over here to give me some money. This ain't no money.
Yeah.
A voucher. The fuck is this? Now I get mad. And all South Central come out of me. I pull a sink out the wall.
Oh.
I pulled the sink out the wall, the water shooting up. I just reached, and I pulled this thing, and I threw it on, and this porcelain
Yeah.
and it cracks. And they say, oh, and Big John Brown come back there, Big Craig, what the hell you doing? He said, I wish I could act like that, but I can't. Big Craig, you're going to go to jail. I'm like, well, I just had to wind up in a London jail. I went to tearing shit up back there.
Oh,
I
man.
had a breakdown.
Damn.
Did they make it right?
They brought me the trophy.
Did you
get
get
wait,
some
wait,
money?
Artie, wait.
Trophy. Did you get some money?
They gave me $1,700.
Okay.
That's
And
good money.
backstage,
back then,
yeah, it was good
yeah.
money. He gave me $1,700, first place trophy. And Jim's Jim was so apologetic and trying to explain to me that they was trying to promote bodybuilding in England.
Yeah.
They were trying to and I was one of the biggest names at that time because I just did the world.
Yeah.
Okay? I had did the world, and I created such a disturbance at the Mr. World, he wanted me to come to his hometown and tear the house down, which I did.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally tore the house down.
Hey. And so within a year, he came to L.A., came to Venice, and I had to show him around. He wanted to open up a vitamins. See, they call them vitamins, not vitamins, vitamins. He wanted to open up a vitamin store here in America. I said, man, you got your work cut out for you because, you know, that stuff is taking off here now. I got him a little place in Santa Monica, a little motel, because, you know, everything's expensive. He stayed in a little motel. He was running his errands. I took him and ran him around places and all. He was a good soul, you know. He tried to make it right because that come out of his money, or it come out the door money, you know. It wasn't on the ticket, okay? But he was very, very pleased with the show that I did for them. You know, because I tore the house down. I tore the.
Did you have another YouTube question? Because I want to get to my shit, bro.
No, go ahead. No.
Okay.
That was the main one.
Yeah.
No, we can. No, go ahead.
Wait, 1 minute. Hold your thought. Did I answer your question on San Quentin enough?
Yes. It was more, like I said, some of the comments was just felt like that part needed to be talked about and hopefully detour some of these. I think, especially in our community, we have a tendency to glorify prison and
They have
things like
look,
that.
Look,
and
there's no
that's
way
not the impression you want to give.
There's no way I could touch, and just by talking, on the horror.
Yes.
I can't touch on the horror it is for a young man to go to San Quentin.
We're talking San Quentin, which is one of the most notorious prisons here in California.
There's no words I can say to make you feel what you're going to feel when you wake up in the morning.
Yes.
And there's a sound, the bell that they ring when it's time to lock up, the lockup bell, the work call bell. It sounds almost like a submarine. It's an eerie sound that I've never heard other than on San Quentin's yard.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't. It's an alarm. Like here come the police. It's an alarm that you hear and it's time to move. I ain't never heard it, but in San Quentin. Okay, where did they get that sound from? It's an eerie, very eerie Twilight Zone sound.
Yeah.
I'm talking, and those that have been in San Quentin, they say, Big Craig, I know what you're talking about. Those that are watching this, that remember that sound. Y'all remember that sound. That's a very eerie sound.
Yeah.
Okay? San Quentin is a terrible, any incarceration. Any, to have to endure that. My oldest brother did 16. I only did 4.5, just about 5, a little over 5 with the county time. I don't know how people, 25 years, okay? A Big Cutes did 28 years. He was 18 when he went in. He's an old man now. I'm like, fuck. You know? No. Whatever it is, it ain't worth it.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to get to. That's exactly
whatever the case may be, give yourself a way out. Give yourself a back door. You know, Don't follow that first mind, follow that second one. Okay, that first one say, get off. That second one say, you better not.
Yeah.
You got to follow that common sense. All right? The boogeyman waiting on you.
Mm.
People, I've seen them jump. Okay, you got 5 tiers in San Quentin. That's like five
It's
Stories.
5 levels.
five
yeah.
stories. I've seen them sit, see it on the movie. I'm going home. But no, they don't say nothing. They just jump. They come out their cell. They tired of it. They can't do no more. We had a brother named Geronimo. He jumped. He climbed up on the top. They fenced it all in East Block. They put chicken wire fence. He climbed up on the top and jumped off. Didn't kill himself, broke both his legs.
Mm.
Damn.
But he was trying to get out of here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just broke both his legs. It's not a play pretty. And some nights, yes, I have nightmares.
Yeah.
I still hear that sound. I wake up in a cold sweat. I hear the gates rattling. Okay? It'll never go away. I called my old homeboy, Donnie Boy. Me and Donnie Boy was in the Quentin together. We started low riding. We was avenues together. I started him buffing in 64. I put the iron in his hand. He took me to my first bodybuilding show. Arnold Schwarzenegger was guest post. We wound up in San Quentin together. Right now, if I call him, he'll say, Mons, so glad you called me. Did we really go through all that shit?
Mm.
Yes, motherfucker. You was there when I got there, and I left your ass there because you didn't want to come home. He kept messing up.
Man.
Damn.
Okay? We really did that shit, Mons. We really went through all of that. Damn right we went through all that. And we both the same. I'm December the 4th. He's New Year's Day. Same age. When we would go out on a Friday night, we would stop at the Catholic church for him to go in and say confession. He was a Catholic boy. And then he'd come out confession, get in the low rider car, and we go to the party and beat some ass. Go ahead, next question.
Go ahead, Pops.
I
go ahead.
gotta ask you this. I want you guys know I didn't tell him anything about it. I was gonna ask him this question, but I really want to know. I look at Big Craig as my big brother. I want to know, big brother. Now I had a pretty bad temper myself when I was
Yeah.
young, and I had I was going swimming. Well, anyway, I was going wade in the water. I didn't know how to swim. I was gonna stick my feet off in there, but they talked me into getting in there in a little deeper water. And I had a foster brother. My mom and dad used to keep foster kids. I had a foster brother who thought it would be a real funny idea.
The dunk you.
Yes. and stick my head under the water.
Scare you to
Yeah,
death.
he thought that was funny.
Do
Big
I even wanna know
Craig.
what you did to this man?
Hey, I'm finna tell you.
Jesus.
Whether you want to know. I couldn't wait to get out that water. When I got out the water, I had murder on my mind, Big Craig. And I'm a big wrestling fan. I used to me and my brother used to watch Bobo Brazil and
Bobo.
Sheik
I remember
and
him.
yeah,
Yes, Iron Sheik.
and all them cats back then. And they had a move they called a backbreaker. You grab a guy up,
Yes.
put him
Cross
down
your
across your knee,
Yeah.
break his back.
Yes.
I couldn't wait to get out that water. When I got out that water, I grabbed that boy Craig and I smashed him across my knee. I put him in the back, but I smashed him across my knee and I was trying to break him in half. And as soon as I did it, I regretted it
Yes.
because I thought I killed him.
Yes.
I thought I had killed him, Big Craig, and he laid there like he was dead for a long time, and I was, oh my God, I didn't kill this motherfucker. When I did it, I wanted to kill him, but then when I thought he was actually dead, then I was sorry.
Yes.
So I said all that to lead up to this. You told us about the incident that got you sent to Quentin and the guy, and having to kill the guy. But big brother, I'm asking you because, like I said, I felt immediate remorse.
Remorse, yes.
When I thought I had killed the boy. Now, you told us all about it, but I never heard you say I didn't do other shit that I didn't feel sorry for.
Yeah.
But I want to know, I felt sorry for that and I was immediately remorseful. Did you feel remorse after you killed the boy?
Which one?
The one in your mama's house with the was there another
Wait,
one?
hold
Big
on. You
Craig?
killed somebody else?
Hey, I'm bullshitting.
Wait, hold on. So did we miss something?
I would expect
Hey, I'm trying to see you paying attention.
Oh, don't play with us like that, Greg. I'm sorry.
the ball peen hammer
Oh,
in your mama's
okay,
house.
because you said,
Mhm.
the way you said it,
Yeah.
you said they got to send me to San Quentin from Tracy.
Uh-huh.
See, I got sent from Tracy because of an incident.
Another one.
Yeah, it was an incident, but
Okay.
we don't talk about that.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I talked about it,
yeah.
but I don't talk
But
about
that particular incident,
Yeah.
we talking about the one at
Yeah,
your mama's.
But the one, yes,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yes.
I was
Now,
wondering.
CT,
Mm-hmm.
Mike, that brother used to get weed from me. He was at my house earlier that day. I tooted with him.
Mm-hmm.
We smoked weed together. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I got a lump in my throat.
Mm-hmm.
So, to catch your friend in your house,
Mm-hmm.
invading your space,
It's my buddies. Made it worse.
and then, yeah,
yeah.
it put a cherry on the anger.
Yeah.
So, and I'm Big Monson.
Yes.
Nigga, you can't come in here. You know,
The audacity of this motherfucker.
nigga,
Yeah.
you nuts.
On top of that.
And so that's why I started to run, because I thought he had the gun. I
Uh-huh.
did have a gun up under my sweaters. But when he turned, it's the hammer, you don't shoot. Sometimes I used to have to use this hammer and a screwdriver to open my door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm from the hood.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
door didn't open right, you know? And I laid the hammer. It was the back door. My door was here. The house door was there. We had a washer and a washer here and a washer here. My mother's washers were outside.
Yeah.
Because my room was the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
They put the laundry outside so I could have a room.
Mm.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So, you in my bedroom by yourself.
Yeah. They gonna take my shit.
Yes. And I was already mad at Vicky.
Get you acting up.
I'm coming home. I was mad walking home. So I was mad already. And then it didn't help none. And I did 5 years thinking about it, but I still think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know, and I hate to go here. There's a song out, Forever Young. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I got busted when I was 20. The boy was 20. So he was forever young.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got high together that day. And then I got to kill your ass at night.
Mm.
So yes, that shit hurt.
Mm.
How did that weigh on you all of those years?
All
You said
them
you
years.
still deal with it now.
Look,
so,
I got chill bumps. If you could see my arms, I got
Yeah.
chill bumps.
yeah.
That shit's heavy. That shit's heavy and a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay? Why? I'm Big Craig Monson, but I took a man's life.
Mm-hmm.
Took a boy's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wrong. Coming in my house, he was wrong.
Not only that,
But
he
he-
attacked you too.
Yeah, he hit me
Yeah.
with the hammer, but I'm a big nigga.
Yeah.
I could have took that,
Mm-hmm.
but I was mad.
Yeah.
Okay? The anger. No, that boy didn't have to die over that shit. There's nothing in that room worth him dying. You know, he was a nice kid. I liked him. We were
Mhm.
buddies. I liked him. Okay? Yeah, and I killed him.
You know, Big Craig.
So that's, man, I killed him. I paid for it. I went to jail, but I could never pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I went to prison. That's manslaughter. I went to prison, but I could never, ever pay for taking his life. So I had to live with it. So for all your kids, or all you guys who think you got a temper, you better put that shit in the back pocket. You know, you got to restrain that shit. I'm 74 years old. That shit happened when I was 20. You think I don't think about you never saw another day? You understand? Life goes on for me, but God has a way of staying with me and kept his hand on me. Because a lot of the avenues that was with me, they ain't make it to
Mhm.
60. A lot of the people that I was in the pen with that I befriended, they come out, they gone too. It ain't like I'm 74 years old. It ain't like I could pick up the phone and call a whole bunch of my other 74-year-old, 73-year-old buddies. They gone.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? It just made me think of something. Hearing you say that, I'm 46, and I don't have many guys I went to school with my age that I
That's
could
what
pick
I'm
up
saying.
that are gone,
Yeah. Now you
and I'm
could have,
only 46 years old.
so you know what it's like with me.
Yeah,
It,
and
it,
that's the thing. Like to hear you say that, and I'm thinking about my own life. I'm like, wow, I got so many guys I went to school with that just dropped dead.
they
Just
gone. They
yeah,
are
they either
gone.
dead, they either got killed, or they dropped dead because they had some kind of issue, and it's just. And I look at my life, and just the heart issues I deal with. Me being almost 500 pounds, I could have easily been dead. It's
Easily.
just like,
Easily.
but I'm still here for a reason. So just
Yes, you
hearing
are
you
here
talk
for a
about that,
reason.
and it's like
Yeah.
it just it hit so close to home to hear you say that. And it's like, for you to be 74 and like me be 46, and like, God, I'm already here at this point where a lot of the guys I went to school with are gone.
They gone.
Like it's
Yeah.
crazy to think about.
Now, Big Eric, he was with me. Eric Williams. He don't like us to call his last name, but I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
He was with me. He was in the back seat of that 39 Chevy, okay, with torpedo headlights. We Al Capone, suicide doors. Yeah, we gangsters.
Riding clean, huh?
Yeah, we rolling and riding. And I didn't know Donnie Boy was giving him the gun, okay, because I didn't want to ride with no gun. And he was, I think he's 69 now. Okay, but he made money with my brother Too Tall. They made money together, a lot of money. Tall gone, God bless him. Eric went on to do his stretch. He been to more prisons than I did. I went to Tracy and Quentin. Eric did Folsom, Soledad, Quentin, and Tracy. he did them.
Did a tour, huh?
Yeah, he did. And then they put him. He went to that new one that they put up and stayed in the hole for a year or two.
Man.
Oh, and he telling me about it. Big Craig, you come out and the yard is 20 feet high. Okay, it's just a wall. You're around the wall, and they put you out there by yourself to walk around. Okay, he said, and he did that shit for a year or so. I'm like, oh hell no. And then Kenny Carter, that's Bunchy Carter's baby brother. They just let him out maybe 2 years ago.
Wow.
And Kenny did 49. And his crime partner, Eddie Haythorne, still in there. They got busted when they were 16. Kenny's 60-something years old. What the hell would they want to keep a man locked down that long for? He did like 38 years in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I had a chance to talk to him maybe 3 years ago when he first came home. Okay? He was at Slauson Village reunion. Okay? Big Bird is still alive. Big Bird is 80 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, that's who I wanted to be like, a gangster.
Big Bird, yeah.
But this is that is the part of the story that I want the young people who may be listening to this.
Oh.
And this is coming from, I know exactly, I was one of those teenagers where there was no in between. I was either 0 or 100.
Yes.
And I didn't like going to 100.
Yeah.
And so even now, as I get older, I have to be very, it takes a whole lot to upset me because I know how I get when I get all the way pissed off. And I don't like going to that point. And so doing things out of anger, and I'm so glad you said that. That's what I want these young kids to know. We all get angry. We all have those fits of rage and all of that stuff. But that is the thing. If you going off that emotion can land you somewhere in prison where you don't want to be.
You don't want to be, and you get over it, but it'll always be there.
Yeah, it's that, that
But it
old,
woulda, shoulda.
Yep.
Okay, leave yourself a way out. Leave a back door open where they don't make you no chump if you turn the cheek and be able to walk away. You lived. Get away from it. Okay? Yeah, you ain't gonna be no chump. No, no.
And that's the thing. You talk to somebody young. I ain't no punk. I ain't no
I ain't
punk.
no.
It-
Yeah,
it's
I
not-
hear them. They said,
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
man, shucks. You wait till you get up behind them bars, and shucks, and you bad now, okay?
Mm.
You ain't bad up there.
Mm-mm.
You ain't bad up there.
Yep.
But when I hit San Quentin, there was 5,000 men there.
Wow.
I walked in San Quentin with 22-inch arms. I was big, 21 and a half. I was a big boy walking in, and I was Craig Monson.
Absolutely.
And I was so big, I told them to start calling me Tow Truck. That was my nickname, Tow Truck.
Mm.
So they, instead of calling my name, Monson, the police know who Monson is, call me Truck. So they start calling me Truck. Okay? I had a monogram on my shirt, Tow Truck. So that kept the cheat off of me.
Yeah.
Keeping the cheat off of me meaning people, them bad actors, had them bad reputation in prison. They had to think 3 or 4 times before they want to give me trouble.
Yeah.
'Cause, I had an incident in Quentin, Mad Rudy. He had a nickname, Mad Rudy. Okay, walk around with a guitar on his back. He was a killer. Okay, he was a killer. And he had 4 homosexual guys. Okay, real cute little boys.
Jesus.
Four
Okay?
of them?
4 of them, and they all ran behind Rudy. Rudy going, he the player. And he got 4 of them like little mouses walking behind him. Well, one of them went off on me in the laundry, and I slapped him.
Uh-oh.
Slapped the shit
Another
out of him.
story of somebody getting slapped on
Yes,
the FYall
yes,
podcast.
And everybody, oh, Big Monson, you done did it now. You got to face Rudy. Fuck Rudy.
Uh-oh.
So I'm waiting on him. He came to my cell. We locked up. It's dinner time. They finna open my cell. And when they, fifth tier rock 'em, and I'm looking at him, Rudy standing in front of my door looking at me like a killer. Okay. Nigga, what you want? He says, we got to talk. I said, nigga, it ain't no talking. You supposed to be Mad Rudy. Well, I'm Craig Monson.
Now
Get the
what?
fuck away from my cell.
Now what?
Yeah, yes. And my buddy, big youngster, offered to give me a knife. We want a knife, Big Craig. No, I want no knife. I ain't on that nigga. Okay? I can handle him.
Yeah.
Okay? He just got a rep. I got to see what he got. But we need to talk. Nigga, you supposed to be Mad Rudy. What you want to talk about?
Ain't no
You know?
discussion.
Yeah, you supposed to be coming to get me.
Yeah.
I ain't ready to talk. I thought you want to come get me.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk what you did. Rudy, we ain't got to talk about nothing.
Ain't nothing to
Are you
discuss.
coming to kill me or what?
Yeah, what's happening?
When he saw I was nuts too. Look, I had to play crazy as him.
Yeah.
You okay? In my heart, I didn't want no trouble because I'm in San Quentin. I want to get out of here. I don't want no more trouble. We became friends. I became friends with that nut.
Yeah.
And when I come home, my first car was a 69 Coupe de Ville Cadillac. I'm in Hollywood looking for hoes. Okay? I'm sweating, God, I'm in Hollywood running them streets. And who do I see on the street? Mad Rudy.
Mad Rudy.
High in a kite. And I'm over, Rudy, get your ass in the car. He come over, he's strung out.
Wow.
He's on dope. I give him a $20 bill. We laugh and talk about the pen. You know, what you doing out here all loaded and shit? You know, I'm in a Cadillac. You all fucked up. You know, what you doing? Oh, Big Craig, and he still looked like Mad Rudy. Okay?
Man, did he still have his guitar?
Yeah. Huh?
Did he still
No,
have
he didn't have no guitar, but he
Probably
still
sold
walked-
that to get some
still
dope.
walk like that, you know?
Man.
But everybody knew Mad Rudy, big youngster. I told Big Youngster, small world, Big Youngster moved on, him and Donnie Boy live on the same street. Okay?
Man.
Donnie Boy called me and said, man, guess who live at the corner to take care of the church? The caretaker. I said, who? He said, Youngster. I said, what
Wow.
youngster? He said, Big Youngster. I jumped in my Jeep and rode over there because I hadn't seen him since the pen. And I took my photo album with me because the pictures that we took in San Quentin, I had them all in my photo album, in the same photo album that I had in San Quentin.
Wow.
Man.
So I sat on the youngster's porch with his girlfriend and showed him pictures of us. And they brought tears. Look, baby, look at me, because he's a drunk now.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at what I used to look like, because he had 21-inch arms.
Mm.
And he was a 500-pounder on the bench. 6'4.5", big old boy, country boy, youngster, big youngster. Called him that because he was 28, but he still had a mind of a teen youngster. And he sat on the porch and started crying, looking at his pictures from San Quentin, how good a shape he used to look like, and now he's a drunk.
Wow.
Okay, big Donnie boy said, "Mons, I hear him walking past my house with the cane. The cane have a click click.
Yeah.
When he walked, he said the click and stop. I don't hear it no more. I went down to check. He died, Mons.
Man.
Big youngster gone. He said, yeah, he died. So when we talk about death, all of my friends are gone. Okay? Donnie Boy's still here. Donnie Boy still rides his bike. Donnie Boy, you go out to Venice Beach on Sunday, you'll find Donnie there. Donnie took me to Venice Beach, my first time, 1966. I went with Donnie, and he still goes.
Man.
On the bicycle, on the bus.
All right. So before we get out of here, I got a couple more questions. We're going to run through these kind of quick. If there was ever a movie done about Craig Monson, who can you see playing a young Craig Monson?
I have no idea. No. There's 3 scripts already written.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. There's a writer I've sat with him for hours. He already wrote 3 scripts. He got us down so pat, even to the music that we used to listen to, Marvin Gaye, Heard Through the Grapevine, and It's Your Thing, all that cut folk out. He got a hell of a script. Okay, and we've talked to 2 producers, but ain't nobody picked it up yet. Who, for young Craig Monson, I have no idea.
Okay.
Because at 17, I was causing car accidents. I walked from, my mother's house is like 3 houses from the corner store. I take off my shirt and walk to the corner store, and cars run into each other. They were too busy looking at me.
Yeah.
Because at that time and era, in the 60s and 1967, you didn't see guys walking around with big old muscles, okay, and a little bitty waist, all right? Now, in my neighborhood, there was a guy named Orby Thomas. Orby Thomas used to go back and forth to jail and always come home with their big back arm and a couple of tattoos. I wanted to be like Orby.
Yeah.
Okay? So I started working out. Orby put the tattoo on my arm, Vicky, and Wayside Max. We're in the county jail. He died, God bless him, as a wino, okay? But he could fight his little butt off. He's a thumper, and a good spirit, had a good spirit.
So I'm going to ask you the same question. Who could play a young C.T. Fletcher? I'm thinking Gary Coleman,
Gary Coleman.
Webster.
They both dead.
I'm just,
Gary Coleman.
Well, no, Webster ain't dead. Well, I just saw Webster.
Okay, I know Gary is. Yeah.
Who could play a young C.T. Fletcher?
Where you hot water bottle shake, motherfucker.
Hot water bottle shake.
I have procreated a son, goddamn, 2 of them, and either one of them
could play you. That's right. That's right.
So Samson be my youngest self, and middle age be Junior. Yeah.
I can see Junior look just like you.
That's another son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't never knew that one. And I heard you say you had an older brother that passed.
Yeah, he passed. Big Walt. Big Walt passed away.
How long ago?
Big Walt been gone about 5 years now.
Okay.
But he was he could have been a Craig Monson because he was always bigger and stronger than me.
Yes.
But he just didn't give a shit about lifting weights.
Yeah.
Every so often, Big Craig, he go in there just to see if he can still do 400. As long as he can hit 400, he's happy.
Well, my baby brother Psycho Runt, I used to take him to my gym with me, hold his hand in the garage in the backyard. He'd put him with a little dumbbell, do these, lay on the bench with these. But when he turned 19, he was 6'5", 21-inch arms.
Damn.
Had no legs. My preacher girl in the backyard, every time you come around the backyard, he's sitting at the preacher girl. He's not got, I'm like, Runt, what the hell? Look at you. Swole up.
Yeah.
He got so fucking
Was he real
big.
cut?
Real cut. Look,
I think I met him.
Psycho Runt. Yeah, Psycho. Kitchen Crip.
And it was,
They shot him 12 times. Shot him 12 times. They caught him in a crossfire.
wow.
And I talked to him because I went into a drug rehab to keep from going back to jail. I wasn't strung out.
Mhm.
That was just a ploy, my lawyer said.
Yeah.
So anyhow, my mother said, talk to your brother. So I went in my Corvette. I had an 85 Corvette. And I picked him up. And he had to squeak sideways to get in it because he's 6'5". He couldn't fit in that little Corvette.
Yeah.
And I took him out to Venice. It was nighttime. And I drove around and parked trying to talk to my baby brother. And I told him, you need to leave town, go somewhere. Arkansas even.
Yeah.
Because these niggas after you. Okay. And he told me also, you don't understand. I'm like, shit. Anyhow, he didn't listen. So I got the phone call when I was up in Acton. Okay. I'm in a drug rehab, but I didn't have a cocaine problem. Yeah. No, it was a ploy to keep from, or the judge said, if you come back before me, I'm going to send you to jail for 3 years. And I'm like, oh, shit. But I gave another dirty test, so I'm going back before you. So I went absconding. I didn't go back to court for 11 years. And I went to Rome. Told you, I went to Rome 3 times, and that 3rd time they had Homeland Security change.
Oh.
So the airplane, when I'm on the airplane, they searched me and said, you going straight back to L.A.? Yeah. They had ran the check on me. So when I got to L.A., the police took me off the airplane with shotguns. I'm the only black on the plane. And they said, I knew it. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm coming, all the white people looking at me. I knew it. But wait. Look how the story go. But I worked in Dublin's, and I met judges, and I met people of influence.
Yeah.
So one guy who would always come in and stand beside me drinking, he was the usher in the court. They would take
yeah.
And so when he saw me, Big Craig, what you doing? I said, shit, I'm coming from Rome, okay? Talk to the judge, tell the judge I'm a good guy. The judge say, okay, you go back to the county. We're going to run a Interpol check on you. You've been clean for 11 years and you black in L.A. and the police ain't bothered you? Well, you doing something right. And you coming from Rome?
Yeah.
She said, I ain't never been and I want to go. So when I came back to court from the county, she said, use that phone right there on my desk. You call somebody to come get you. You hear me? I used the phone on the judge's desk and called for me a ride. Because I knew somebody. The boy, yes, he was a white boy.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Munson, we have already overlapped our
Yes,
time
I see
already,
it,
so
yeah.
we're going to have to do a 3, probably a 4 part of the show.
Well, you see, I'm going to cut you off one more time. You see, now,
Solomon, it ain't my fault.
Solomon, look, when they did my documentary, okay, it made it to the Tribeca Film Festival.
Yeah.
Made top 5. But it's only 12 minutes long. They said it didn't have enough content. That's the producer's fault. But look, how can you talk about Craig Monson, I'm 74, in 12 minutes?
Can't do it.
Can't.
You see, we've been here 2 weeks already doing, okay? There'll be question after question after question.
Part 3.
Okay?
Part 3.
And I love to tell a story.
Right. And the people love hearing you tell stories. That's the big thing I got. But you got something else?
No.
Okay. Before we go, so we got a new segment of the F Y'all podcast. Because I fucking said so is the name of the segment, and it's going to be ran solely by Mr. Fletcher. So, Mr. Fletcher, what is on your mind this week?
Yeah, I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible because I know Solomon got to go meet his girlfriend. But anyway.
Don't get me in trouble.
Anyway, I just got a brief thing I'd like to bring up. I got a good friend named Joey Swole who talks about people minding their own business. And oftentimes you'll have on there young ladies in the gym who naturally assume everybody is there to look at their ass. Now, no matter what they working, what body part they working, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all how I do calf. They got the phone up in the crack of their ass. Let me show I'm finna work shoulders, but the phone up in the crack of their ass. Look, my little segment today, sit your goddamn ass down somewhere. If any and everybody that looks on the internet can see your damn ass, it ain't nothing special. And them motherfuckers is not there to see the crack of your ass. So sit your fucking ass down somewhere some goddamn time. And why? Because I fucking said so. That's why. Now, fuck y'all.
And there it is. So, on that note, we are going to close the show down. But before we go, as always, we got to promote the merchandise. IronAddictsBrands.com. And we got some new shirts drop?
Yeah, new tanger, stringers. And the tank tops, the tangers. I'm putting this bursitis in my. I'm old too, goddamn. Big Craig making mistakes sometimes. Don't be fucking with us. So we got stringers and tank tops and shit coming out. And
got the hats.
What's
the new green shirt they released?
He was military green coming out.
Green, yep.
Very popular military green shirts. And Big Craig, you got your website, Big Craig?
Yes.
What's your website?
Don't ask me.
CraigMonson.com. Is it
www.
Yeah, www.CraigMonson.com.
52. Craig Monson.
Craig Monson.
52.
Yes.
52.
.com 52. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or just Google me.
Yeah. Google him or hit him up on Instagram.
Yes.
Yep.
Send him a message and put some money in Big Craig's pocket.
Yes, sir. And on that note, so clearly there will be a part 3. It ain't gonna be next week, but it will be a part 3 to this interview because there's still so much more to the story of Craig Monson that we have not touched.
I ain't even asked him about the goddamn workouts and shit.
Yeah, we ain't got to none of that
pig
shit.
iron and none of that shit. That's an episode by a goddamn self.
We got to do a pig iron episod.
Yeah.
Look, I went in CT's backyard today. Total rusty pig iron like I man, seeing that pig iron, yeah, it was a joy to my heart.
Yes, most of you know about the backyard. If you've seen any videos on CT, there's the famous backyard.
That kind of weight there builds muscle. It builds you tighter than Olympic bars in the gym. The way Olympic, it builds a different type body. That kind of stuff builds you solider. Oh, yes, it really do. It really do. No,
absolutely.
If you could work out with a pig iron 24/7, you would look like a Greek god. It makes you so compact. Yes.
Oh, yeah. On the next episode, we'll tell you motherfuckers why. So tune in.
Shit, yeah. So, on that note, that is the close of this episode of the FYR Podcast. I am Michael Wright, sitting next to CT Fletcher. We want to thank Mr. Monson again for doing a part 2 to this. There will be a part 3, and like I said, probably a 4 and a 5 by the time it's all said and done. But on that note, like we always do every show, fuck y'all. Yeah.
Hey, the best podcast place if they want to.
Oh yeah, podcast place. Long Beach. Hit up Mr. Solomon. I'm gonna say this every episode. He has taken amazing care of us here. So all of you guys that are hitting us up, oh, your podcast looks so great. It looks so crisp. It looks so clean. It's because of the man behind the camera back here, Mr. Solomon, at the podcast place here. There you go. There you go. So if you're looking for a place to film your podcast and you're looking for a good set, a good area, and a good person that makes it even better, reach out to Solomon. He's going to take care of you here at the podcast place. Now, on that note again, fuck y'all.